All right, it's time for our Ken Garff St. George Ford Performance Player of the Month. I'm here with Pineview star Nash Schroeder. He's a junior at Pineview High School. Nash, it's going to be fun to sit down and chat, get to know each other a little bit.
Thanks, Devin. Excited to be here.
All right, Nash, favorite athlete. If I asked you who your favorite athlete is, who you going with?
Right now, I'm loving Shohei Ohtani, how he plays both the field and hits.
I'm loving Shohei's next contract size.
Yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be big.
It's got to be big. Who's somebody locally, mom, dad, family member, coach, teammate that you really look up to when you're playing sports?
Probably my dad. Yeah, just always looked up to him. Always been around him, always been working out with him.
What's your biggest strength, do you feel like, when you're out there on the mound against a really loaded Region 10?
Probably, if they haven't seen it in that at-bat, probably my slider when I'm ahead in the count.
What's something Coach Mack would tell you have to work on when you're out there pitching?
Probably just location, accuracy, and getting ahead.
What's something that Coach Mack says a lot at practice?
Every practice, he's always saying, YGB, you gotta believe, and he's always saying no walking on the field. He'll scream at us for that.
For a long time, I've watched you come through, middle school and up to high school, and you played three sports. You played football, you played basketball, you played baseball. Let's sort this out a little bit. Recently stopped playing football. You had some injuries to the old throwing arm. So what's your favorite sport?
I mean, either my basketball coach will be mad at me if I say baseball, my baseball coach will be mad at me if I say basketball, but honestly, probably just whatever season it is.
You don't care?
No, I love both of them. I love both of them a lot.
Well, of course you do. That's why you're playing the game. You love to play the game, but if you had to pick one right now to play year-round, does one have an edge or
Right
not?
now, I'd probably say basketball, yeah.
Okay, slight edge to hoop. Sorry,
Yeah.
Coach Matt. What's your biggest accomplishment so far as a high school student athlete?
If I had to choose, I'd probably say freshman year, I got to play varsity in all three sports, baseball, basketball, and football, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, as a freshman, that's a big deal. I like that answer. All right, let's talk. I want to go back to pitching for just a second, Nash. What are they clocking? What's the highest you've topped out with your fastball this year?
I mean, just from what I've heard, I've never seen it firsthand, but I think the highest I've topped out at is 83, 84. I'm not sure though, I honestly haven't been clocked.
They don't clock you at Pineview High School?
Nah.
Doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
All right, who's kind of been instrumental? Earlier you mentioned your dad. Who else has helped you become a better, player as you're a junior now in high school? Anybody else has been instrumental in that regard?
My pitching coach, JP, for sure. We've worked a lot ever since I moved down here, so 8th grade. And growing up, I played in the Marshals, and we had a great coaching staff that kind of just really got me into baseball.
All right, we know baseball players have some superstitions. Tell us yours. And also, what's your pregame routine? You gotta listen to a song, you gotta tie your shoes the same way, wear your lucky underwear, I don't know.
Nah, I always like to listen to music before I play. And then for superstition, I wear this bracelet. I switch it up, but this is the one I mostly wear.
How many bracelets do you have?
I have a lot. I have a lot of bracelets, just depends. But I always like to wear one on my left when I play, at least one.
The umpire doesn't make you take that off?
They used to, but this year it's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't have it on your pitching hand though, right?
No. Not when I pitch, but everywhere else they allow it, so.
What's in Nash Schroeder's shuffle list on, what do you listen to? Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify, I don't even know.
Just music, Apple Music. Probably, it depends. Every month I say I probably listen to 80%, like rap, hip hop or whatever, and then that 20% is probably country. I listen to it probably 1 week out of every month.
Just to change it up?
Just to change it up.
Something fresh?
Yeah.
So it doesn't get stale?
Yeah.
Favorite country artist?
Morgan Wallen.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Favorite hip hop artist?
Shoot. I don't know. Tyler, the Creator.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Let's talk best moment, favorite memory, a certain game, a certain play, a certain moment. What comes to mind when I ask you that question?
This year we played Crimson at home, basketball, and I think I hit a step back three with a minute and a half left. It was really, I think it put us up 5 or something like that, and just winning that game was a very cool memory. And the locker room was a really cool atmosphere after.
All right, on the flip side, have you ever had a little miscue, a little embarrassing moment playing baseball or basketball?
Yeah, the other day actually we were playing Hurricane, and I was filling the ground ball and it took a bad hop and it hit me right in the chin right here.
Can we get a zoom in on that? How hot off the bat was that coming?
It was pretty hot too, no reaction time.
Final question for you, Nash. You're having a great career so far. You're still just a junior, but give me a couple thoughts. I always like to ask this question about any advice or suggestions about work ethic or what it's taken or how much you've put into the game that you could pass along to some up-and-coming future stars.
Just that, and like not even sports, just in everything. That's like you're gonna fail, so kind of just have a so what mentality and just move on from it.
Nash Schroeder, everybody, our Ken Garff St. George Ford Performance Player of the Month. It was great to get to know you, man.
Yep, thanks, Devin.
Best of luck the rest of this season.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I'm Devin Dixon with the Fan Sports Network for St. George News, your #1 source for local news and sports.